This is the third episode of the Not Network podcast with Matthew Melia and me, Jimmy Leach.
Whew.
Okay, so here's a little story. So I joined a group on Instagram, and sifting through all the messages and all the people with just joining, I feel a little kind of timid with talking to everybody. And I see this account called Just Me Teenager, and I check it out, and I'm looking at this, and I'm seeing all these pictures and all these manipulations, but they're not like everybody else, where everybody goes on unsplash.com and gets these pictures. They're actually, somebody took these photos, and then as I go into it more and I look at the descriptions, they're all in a language that I can't understand and can't read. And I find out it is Martina Premazzi. And here with us today, we have Martina Premazzi as our guest.
Woo!
Martina, how are you?
Hello, everybody.
Welcome.
I'm fine.
Welcome.
What about you?
I'm doing fine as well. It's a little earlier here than I think it is there. So we woke up.
Yeah, here it's 4 p.m.
4 p.m. Yeah. That's a great time.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, so we're late. I said 3 o'clock, didn't I?
Yeah, don't worry about it. I was
Shit.
studying, so I don't really care.
I'm so sorry. Okay.
Oh,
So you're 7 hours ahead of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's, okay, so it's 9.
Yeah.
It's daylight savings. I think that's what tripped me up.
So we looked on Google last night just to make sure we had the right time if Italy does daylight savings and also reverses it. And you did it on the 25th of October, right?
Yeah,
Something
we
like
did.
that. So how did we mess that up?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe maybe it was my dyslexia, and I just like looked at it, and when she said it's like 6:03, I was like, you know what? No, it's gonna be 5:03. So that's so weird. My
it's
apologies.
the same. I'm in lockdown, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Well, either way, thank you for being here and joining us all the way from Italy.
Yes.
I'm excited for this.
I'm very excited.
Thank you for asking me to join.
Absolutely.
It's amazing.
Do you so when oh my goodness.
Sorry, wait, hold on. We should explain what just happened. So on Jimmy's computer, it like announces when a new hour passes. So like in our ears, it just said it's 9 a.m. and it was very weird. It's very loud. And so if that happens again,
we'll both like look at each other and be like, "Whoa!" And then that's when you
that's when you'll know it's been an hour.
So yeah, when I was on this Instagram group, it's called Rev Gang. Shout out to Rev Gang.
Shout out to Rev Gang, which I'm not a part of.
And the main man himself, Izzy, inviting everybody out. How did you get plugged into Rev Gang? How did this happen?
Oh, well, actually, I don't really remember because I think I started talking to Itzy maybe 2 or 3 years ago, randomly. I don't even know who texted first to the other one. And he told me about this idea of the group. And I was like, it sounds nice, so why don't I join with you? And he said, of course. So yeah. I love the group. I mean, it's been nice. We've always been so active, like the past year, but now it's not that active anymore.
Yeah.
Because of, the pandemic, COVID, and life in general.
Yeah, we're going to talk definitely a little bit about COVID and the pandemic and everything.
Absolutely. I just want to say for the listeners out there, fuck COVID.
Yeah.
I call her Miss Rena Brona, and that is my delineation for her. I strongly have deep-seated issues with Miss Rona.
Yeah, we're not a fan. We're not a fan of Rona. Actually, in the U.S., the past 2 days, we've surpassed 100,000 more cases.
Wow.
In 2 days, 100,000 new cases each day. And like no one's talking about it because the election's going on right now. So it's pretty crazy over here right now. We'll probably go back into lockdown as soon as these elections are over, I would guess.
How was your life during kind of when it first ramped up? Because like I know Italy got hit pretty bad, and I saw kind of I thought you were thriving, honestly. You were, I saw you doing videos and stuff, and doing like the yoga and making some really delicious meals. That's what I saw on your
Yeah.
gram. How was your
Actually,
life?
COVID, as you said, has been a journey for everybody, but actually it caught me off guard because I don't have COVID. None of my parents or friends got it,
Awesome.
luckily. I'm
Good.
so happy about it.
Yeah, God bless.
But like during the first lockdown that started from the 8th of March till the 4th of May here in Italy, I actually became very productive. I don't know if it sounds weird because I saw many people staying in bed all day and not doing anything, but I'm not that kind of person.
Yeah.
I actually was used to doing so many things in my normal life, but I still didn't have time to do everything. Life isn't always enough. Oh, wait, time isn't always enough.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I started following my normal lessons from 9:30 till 5:30, and every other hour I had, I spent time working on projects or talking to people or making videos, sleeping more. And I know it sounds weird, but I need to sleep way more because I never sleep. Also, I had more time with my siblings. I had more time with my family. I started eating healthier because of my brother, because we were living in separate houses because of work, studying in a different city or even country. And in like 2 seconds, we started living again all together, and that was great.
That's
So yeah,
awesome.
it brought my family closer, but also, sometimes depression kicks in, and
Yeah.
that's not really good.
No.
Yeah. I remember when when it first hit, we didn't go on lockdown. We kind of went into quarantine for like a good 2 weeks. And during that time, I did some daily renders and, making something like every single day. And I saw like concurrently you and like people in Rev Gang, they started like producing a lot more. So I wonder if that's a thing
Yeah.
where if it's like you have nothing else to do, well, this is the time to get after it and focus and hone in and
Yeah.
start the grind. But there was you over. Okay, so I did a little bit of cyber stalking. I will admit. On
I
all
saw.
of your did you see like I liked a photo from like years and years ago or a YouTube video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was looking through your journey and how you've really just developed as an artist and as a person who kind of learns I don't know, I guess Photoshop, Premiere, like you do pretty much everything. You're on pretty much everything. That's what I was surprised about when I was going in. Like you're on Twitter, you're on Instagram, you're on YouTube. I was like, oh my goodness, this girl, she's grinding. So, how did you like kind of level up your skill set? Because I mean, Photoshop a lot more than me, and you can get an image and make it exactly how you want, but not only that, you can kind of polish it. I can like mask things and put them together, but they're not polished, When I was looking at like a 2014 speed art video you did, you were adding highlights, you were adding shadows to images that you were compositing.
Oh gosh.
And I was like, damn, I just learned that like 6 months ago. Like this girl like knew it, like the bare basic foundations, like when she was young. So I was like, how'd you stay on that path and how'd you grow?
Wow.
That's a lot. Yeah.
I'm kind of, I don't know, shocked, embarrassed at the same time, and very happy about what you're saying, because I actually found out about Photoshop randomly while on Instagram. I don't know, I was looking at what I was doing, but I kind of like downloaded it and started playing with it like everybody does, I think.
Yeah.
And nobody ever told me how to use it. so it was funny because I learned it by myself.
Wow.
And
Oh my gosh.
well, while you told me about this video I made on YouTube years ago, and I thought that was so bad. And now you're saying that
Really?
it's good.
Yeah.
Wow, this shocks me so much.
I mean, like it was good because I saw like I think it was 2014, and it was your picture with this clock art, and you know, and
Oh,
this
wow.
was the cool. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so this was the cool thing. I was looking at it, and you took, and this is what I mean by like you take original content. You took a picture of yourself, like laying down, like multiple photos, so you could kind of manipulate it. And then you also like brought in things from Unsplash, but it wasn't like everything was from Unsplash. It was half yours, half from the internet, and
Yeah.
you like combine them, and like I said, you were doing highlights. You were messing with kind of the blending with the layers. You were doing the shadows. You knew how to use masks. And when I was looking at this, the timestamp was 2014, and so that was like 6 years ago. I just started learning Photoshop like 4 years ago,
Yeah.
and so my skill is nowhere near yours. And it seems like you've kind of launched yourself exponentially, and it was just I thought it was fascinating, honestly.
Well, I'm
Um,
happy that you can tell this because I actually don't see everything that you're saying, but I'm happy that you are saying this.
yeah.
I mean, um, like I was totally playing with Photoshop. I had no idea what I was doing, but I was like, it kind of works. It kind of looks good, so let's go with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think,
And that's how I learned.
yeah, I admire that a lot, that you just kind of like put in the work of something that you didn't know yet because you thought that it was interesting and you thought it was cool and that you could,
Yeah.
try something new. Um, and so I think part of what you're saying of like, I didn't realize that it was like good or that anyone would ever see it 6 years later or something like that. I think as artists, whenever you create something, it's like right here in front of your face, and you can't really see the big picture
Yeah.
because you're just making things, and you take so long, and then somebody just watches the however long video it was, or they scroll past it on Instagram, and they just see it, and they immediately like, hey, that's cool, and they double tap and like, and a lot of people don't think of the whole process that you went through, and
Yeah.
so intaking art is a lot different than actually putting out art. So I think that's probably why you didn't think it was very good. But
Yeah,
I stalked your Instagram a lot too, and I went back pretty far too, and just seeing how you have gotten better over the last several months over quarantine and over the years and stuff is pretty cool, and that definitely shows that you're a grinder for sure.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
With the
By the way,
workout.
yeah, you're totally right with what you've said because we live in a world that, moves so fast we don't even realize about things. And we concentrate so much on ourselves and what we do that we don't see the whole picture.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, we need to stop a little bit. And I think that lockdown actually is good for this because you stop and you think and you see more about what's around you.
That's totally right.
What could you like walk us through the journey you've taken from playing with Photoshop? Did you like? I'm just curious. Did you like buy the subscription? Because like I had no idea what Adobe was in 2014. I don't think I even had like a computer at all. So could you walk us through like the journey from there to now of where you are?
Oh, well, actually, I didn't really start with Photoshop. I started like with Pizza. I don't know what's called in English, or
Oh.
PicMonkey or other apps.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, when I was 12, actually,
Wow.
I got
Yeah.
my first Photoshop all by myself. And I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but I didn't buy it.
Jimmy,
know?
Jimmy is very accustomed to not buying things that are not free, so
Did
it's
you go?
okay.
Did we go on the same like Ukrainian website and get it? Because I also did that too, like in 2016.
I don't know, I got this crack that played music while you were trying to get Photoshop, and it was weird, but I did it. And
Nice.
now I'm actually paying for it
Hmm.
because, since I'm working with it, I don't want to have any problem.
Sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, just that's so coincidence. I think you have to pirate something to really love it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So I
Matt,
don't
Yeah.
love it. I don't love it because I bought it.
Matt, you'll pirate something.
Maybe.
Something in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. So after you got Photoshop, like what made you enter into the realm of college? Because I didn't see where you started getting like a boost in followers or like in popularity, but you're kind of popular
wow.
on Instagram, like low key, like you're kind of famous.
Uh, kind of. I think I was famous before
Oh,
because, editing was a thing in like 2013 and 14 when I had 15, 16 years old, when I
mm-hmm.
was 16, 15 years old. And like it was so popular. Everyone was making this kind of art. Everyone was like sharing this kind of art. And I don't know if you know fetching tigers, like Anna Schilling. I don't know how to call her name, to
Okay.
say her
Said
name.
fetching tigers.
Yeah, she was very popular by then,
Mm-hmm.
and she like made these contests, and I think I won one or maybe two, and she reposted my art, and
Oh
that's
wow.
where I got many followers.
Oh, that's really cool.
Also, I started having like not something like RevGung, but something similar, and that boosted my Instagram. But like I stopped doing this kind of art for 2 years because I was kind of depressed. Life wasn't very good. I didn't really like high school. I was having a tough time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when many of my followers became inactive, or people stopped doing this kind of art. And that's when I became very, very sad because of this, because I still loved doing it, but
Mm-hmm.
it was not something fashion anymore.
Yeah.
And when I started again, many people, dropped out. And yeah, I still love doing this kind of art. I kind of shifted, I changed a little bit my style,
Mm-hmm.
but I love doing it because it makes me happy.
Yeah.
So have you seen your art change since before this? I'm just gonna call it that 2 years of depression or whatever it was to after. Do you think it changed a little bit? Was it a bit of a turning point?
Yeah, drastically.
How so?
Because before I was messy, really
Mm,
messy in my editing. Then I learned better how to, organize my workspace or even my ideas, because my photos were just aesthetic before.
mm-hmm.
Now I try to put something else in them. I have a meaning behind, and then after I have the meaning, I start thinking about what I can do with it.
I think that adds a lot of value.
I think so too.
Tremendously. Finding
Yeah.
out what you wanna say first, and then putting the aesthetic to kind of add on to it. That's really
Mhm.
cool. Um, so uh, I'm wondering, getting a really big following, and I'm just curious because like I've never had a big following.
I'd have definitely not either.
So getting a big following, did you get like a high from that? And then if you didn't get like the certain amount of likes, did you feel like, oh, my stuff isn't good enough? Because I know when like I don't get like a certain amount of attention, I kind of like oh crap.
Yeah,
It's kind
I
of
did
shit.
something
So,
wrong. Yeah, that's kind of the
Oh,
first thought.
yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah.
know what you mean. Like before, I used to get so sad, like
Wow.
so sad about likes and this kind of things and comments. But I don't know, it depends, because before I really thought that likes and comments were everything,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
like nothing else. But then, you know, when time passes, you realize that's not what matters. That's the connections you make, the friendships that you make. Also, I don't really use Instagram as a social media um, as maybe you think it is,
Mm-hmm.
because now I only use it as a platform to make people see what I can do, and then I
Mm-hmm.
work out of it. So like people in my city, in my country, or in Italy in general, or even out of Italy, they contact me and they're like, "Oh, I saw what you can do. Can we work together?"
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of my portfolio.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's you kind of treat it as like a portfolio rather than just like
Yeah,
showing my friends or getting a certain amount of likes.
yeah,
Like this is what I can do. This is my art, and
yeah,
here's
yeah.
where it all is.
Yeah, like
I think
before I
it's
used to
very
even care more about what my friends or, my classmates thought about it. Now I don't care. I mean, I do my stuff. I like my stuff. If you
good.
don't like it, you can go away.
Exactly. You don't have to like it. You
Yeah.
can keep scrolling.
Yeah,
That's the
like
beautiful
why
thing
do you
about it.
follow me? Why do you see my posts and comment them if you don't like them?
Yeah.
You know?
Haters, man.
What are you
Haters.
gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Do you think going to so you've been on this kind of creating kind of trail. You've found how to use the software, the tools of the trade, and you kind of developed yourself. And then took a little break, and now you got it back, and then you incorporated sort of a narrative, a story with it. So you have the tools of the trade, and then you have like a blueprint design plan, and now you're going to university, fine arts. You're learning
Yeah.
a little bit of everything. Is How much has so I do not go to university or college.
I also do not go to university.
Yeah, we don't go to school. We're not getting learned right now.
No,
So
not learned.
And I'm interested to know in the creative field, how much is college like amplifying like what you know, not only what you know, but like who you're meeting with, because I'm sure that it, I don't know, it expands like drastically of kind of like the knowledge and your skill set going to a university. Have you kind of seen that? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, oh well. Actually, the kind of university that I'm doing doesn't really
Mm-hmm.
teach you anything about Photoshop or these
Mm.
things. It just teaches you like the history of things or how you can, I mean, what you can do, but it doesn't really tell you, oh, this is Photoshop. You take this and you shift it and I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's not like a school where you learn that. But actually, I think that in general, to build something out of art, uh, a school is not really necessary,
Mm.
because this is weird because I don't know how to really tell what I want to say because this is a struggle and something that I've actually felt weird about. Um, because in the past, I've had people tell me that in the art field, it is not important what you study, but how passionate you are about something.
Hmm.
And that's what counts. But at the same time, I don't know if this happens where you live too or only in Italy, but if you don't have a degree, you're not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's very
And
similar
that
here.
sucks.
Yeah.
It does
Because
suck.
the system is the problem. I mean, there are people that sometimes come to me and they're like, wow, I really like what you do. I really like what you put out. And I can see that you're really passionate and that you're not doing this just for, money or whatever, because I don't even get paid to do this, but still. But they're like, you don't have a degree, so maybe I'll call you in a couple years.
Wow.
I'm like,
Man.
are you serious?
That's crazy to me.
Why?
Yeah.
That the
Only because you want a piece of paper.
Mm-hmm. That's really crazy, and maybe it's okay. So, listeners, before we started talking, we discussed that we have a little bit of the Italian roots,
Yes.
and a little bit of everybody. Martina over here, she's full blooded. I'm a quarter. Am I a quarter? Yeah, I'm a quarter, and then Matthew's a half breed over here.
Half-breed.
But what's really interesting you said is that every kind of when I talk to my family, you know, they come from like the New York. Most of them come from the East Coast, New York, kind of Italian American, and they're all about college. They're all about, you know, when I told them I didn't want to do it, my mother, like, she sobbed, and I felt so bad. Like, I could feel the guilt. And when I talk to people who are Italian American, the first thing they ask me is, are you going to college? And I wonder if that's a testament to kind of the cultural kind of I don't know, aspect of Italians, because like, you know, when I hear Italians, like I think of a hard worker. I don't know about y'all, but
Yeah.
For sure.
hard worker.
That's
Hard
kind of
workers.
true. Like, it's weird to not go to university in general. And I think that, yeah, parents or even, you know, the whole family is used to going to university. Even though, like, my parents didn't go, but they were very upset when I was like, I don't know if I want to go, you know, I don't think I need it in my field. And they were like, no, you have to do it.
That's so
Okay.
interesting, because my parents are the exact same way. Neither of them went to college, and they were like, you have to go to college. You're not like, I wish I had gone and all this stuff, and you have the perfect opportunity. And I was trying to explain to them what we were kind of talking about, of like, it is a little bit more about your passion and the people that you know, and kind of gets you avenues to be able to actually get into the field as a professional. But man, it was a struggle. It was a struggle.
I
The
think
funny thing is that my parents actually say, I regret not going to university. And I'm like, there's not an age to go to university. You can still go.
That's true.
My classroom, there are people that have like 40 years old. So why don't you go?
Yeah.
Still do it.
Yeah. This is true. That's a good point.
that's funny. Shout out to parents.
Shout out to parents in college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's. I was listening to a podcast, and it was kind of like it dealt with people in the creative field, and what they said with college, and this is what I'm finding out now since I'm not going to it, but when you're in college, the information that comes to you, and I guess since you're learning a lot of history and context, that I think that's really good for somebody to teach instead of like the tools, because if you're passionate, you'll figure out a way to use it. But you know, kind of like the monotonous, boring kind of, I think of boring, a little bit of history, you know, searching through like Da Vinci and how Michelangelo, how they've like, you know,
Famous Italians.
Yeah. There you go.
Can I say something? I
Yeah.
love you. Da Vinci the right way.
Hey,
Da
it's not
Vinci.
Da Vinci.
Yeah, no, that's so wrong. Don't say it.
Da Vinci.
Oh my goodness, I was raised
Eric's,
right.
It's like nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah. Yeah. My ears are bleeding. So, yes, when you're studying all of that, I think college, you know, brings in the context a lot better, because like when I have to learn about, since I do like a little bit of 3D, and I talked to Matthew about this before, is that I have to learn about kind of physics, because I'm using like a render engine that replicates real life. And I have to learn, you know, how do photons and electrons work? And I'm not about that. It's like
I'm the same way.
I hate it. I hate it because it's like the science, and I don't want to get into like the mathematics of this, or like how this works. Like I just want it to look cool. Like that's it. But you need, I think it's not stressed enough that you need kind of the fundamentals, the building blocks that kind of bolster your education about the universe, about the creative field.
Yeah.
So, is that true? You find that true when you're learning the history and the fundamentals?
I mean, it depends on the subject, because there are some subjects that are very interesting and very like, I don't know, very like we study things from now, like artificial intelligence. We study like, I don't know, everything that's really about now. And then I don't really like history of art from like before the First World War or right after, because I've studied it like for years and I'm so sick of it. I want to know something more about what's happening now, what's good now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what's interesting now, what's new. And there are so many great artists out there at the moment that I want to know. I don't want to know them when they are dead.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I think part of knowing the art history and seeing like big art revolutions after like major historical events like the Dark Ages and the Black Plague and what you're talking about, World War One, World War Two. There were lots of art movements during and after those times. And now I feel like we're in a very major historical event too.
Yeah.
So I can kind of foresee another art movement out of this, which I think we are in a prime time to be pursuing that. And so going back to what you were talking about earlier about during quarantine and during lockdown and everything, still working and still trying to better yourself, now is very, very, very much the time to be doing that. So
yeah,
I'm interested of who do you look up to, like when you're talking about like art right now, like who inspires you?
Oh gosh, I don't know the names at the moment because you're asking me.
Of course.
Of course, it's like you're trying to gain some information out of me that at the moment I don't know.
It's all good. Let me ask a different way, because you were talking about artificial intelligence, and I think that's also really dope that you're not learning surrealism, or they're not taking a deep dive into what is it, what do we like, pop art, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So you're not looking at like before, you're looking at right now what's happening, and I think technology is a real testament to or not testament, but it's a real game changer when looking at the here and now. Could you like could we go into the weeds a little bit about artificial intelligence and because I'm clueless on that. Could you go off? I know you have a 3-part video, but it's all in Italian, and I can't understand.
Well, that was a very long project I did for university. So I don't know. I find artificial intelligence very cool, but at the same time, I'm so scared.
Yes.
Like the more I study it, the more I don't want to do anything with it. And the same happens with Instagram. And that's what I talked about in those videos, because I don't like the way they put the artificial intelligence inside of Instagram. Because we discussed this in Revenge Gang some time ago. The way that Instagram was like saying things about posts about manipulation.
It would like pop up and say this photo is specifically manipulated from these and these pictures.
And I got so, I don't know, I didn't like at all this thing, so I kind of started searching up things about this, and I found out that Instagram was actually destroying the digital art we are making on Instagram. Because it's like removing art, it doesn't put it in explore page, it doesn't show it anywhere, because Instagram compares this kind of photos to like porn photos. Why? I don't know. This doesn't make sense, and that's like the thing I want to talk about in my final work for my university, my thesis. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, thesis.
Yeah.
Nice.
That sounds really interesting.
Yeah. I got so mad about this thing.
Could you go into a little bit more detail, because I know there's a I think you know who I'm thinking of, but there's a specific person in Rev Gang who likes to put out explicitive photos.
I know.
Ooh.
Shout out to Ernst.
Shout out to Ernst, man.
Oh. Well.
And so what are you gonna do? But and what's like, because I've never heard of this. I have no idea what goes on through Crazy Ernst's mind. Sending that stuff. I mean, he's such a character, but what kind of like I don't know. I haven't gone into a lot of I haven't gone into depth with Instagram and how they did it, because like I saw it during like kind of I think it was like March or May when they started doing it, and like I know like everybody in Rev Gang like got super like up in arms and they were super pissed, and I was just kind of like I saw it for like one time and then I didn't see it at all. Could you like explain like the atrocities that they did?
I don't know if I actually know how to explain it in English, but I'll try my
Okay, I appreciate
best.
it.
I don't know the words, the technical words. So Instagram, it was like December of 2019, started like putting this small box with title false information, and then it said independent fact checkers say this is false. So the claim is the photo might be a composite of one or two pictures, and that was weird. I mean, I know that this photo is a composite. Of course it is.
Yeah.
But this doesn't make sense. It's saying something true about the photo. So I was like, does this thing really, does something to the image, to the artist? Does this, how do you say it? I don't remember the word. Oh gosh, I don't even know the word in Italian.
It's all good.
This happens so much. Oh wait. This happens many times to me.
I really, and listeners, this is not Martina's first language, so I really appreciate her not only putting in the time and work to learn two languages, but also like talking to us in a language that we can understand.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing a great job, by the way, Martina. So good on you.
Your English is very, very good.
It is.
So I don't even think that's the correct way you say very good in English. I don't think very good's like a grammatically.
No, it is.
It is.
Well, I guess you could say you speak English very well.
But you speak English very well. See, I'm bad with English.
No, you're
too.
right. Yeah, because grammatically you can't say your English is good.
Why aren't you bad in English?
Because we're
teachers. I didn't pay attention in school.
Yeah.
School
we can't even learn one language.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah.
By the way, I know what I wanted to say.
Oh yes, please continue.
I thought, what if this thing that Instagram, put in with the Instagram, with the artificial intelligence, is this thing killing the artists because the image isn't being shown anywhere, you know? So I kind of like, for my university project, took some of the things we said on the group chat.
Oh.
Yeah, I showed it to my teacher.
Yes.
So you're famous.
Oh yeah. Love it.
So yeah, I found out that, as I said before, Instagram actually thinks that these images could ruin somebody's appearance or
reputation.
Even reputation. Like maybe you can take Trump and put it somewhere else and play with his image.
Sure.
But I mean, these images aren't made for that specific thing. Our kind of photos are artistic. They try to, say something nice or funny, or we are not trying to, be rude to anybody.
Sure.
But Instagram doesn't understand this, or at least artificial intelligence can't, say this.
I feel like
I don't know if you know how artificial intelligence works.
Yeah.
I know it's code, and I know it's for people who are much smarter than me.
Yeah.
The thing,
same.
Yeah, the thing about artificial intelligence is that, like, basically the one thing that's always going to separate humans from computers and artificial intelligence, like we're talking about, is art and, like, creating things and being able to feel art. Jimmy's giving me a weird look right now, like he just realized something.
Okay, have y'all ever heard of crypto art?
I have not.
Okay, so there's this thing on Twitter. I'm really into Twitter right now. Okay, so crypto art is this. From what I understand, it's super weird, but it kind of it's like it's art, but AI creates it. It's super weird and super trippy. And from what you're saying, what I don't really understand crypto art, but from what you're saying with artificial intelligence is that there's a lot of disinformation that's being spread around, right? There's a lot of people creating propaganda, false information, and they're broadcasting it out. And as I guess a company like a social media platform like Facebook, and Twitter, or even maybe even like TikTok or something, they try to control the knowledge, and by doing that they sometimes can censor like our stuff, and our stuff isn't meant to kind of create that disinformation, but we're trying to kind of explore the creative field. We're trying to I don't know, do what artists do and make pretty things.
Yeah,
exactly.
Just create for people. So, it's not for artificial intelligence. It's not for political purposes a lot of times, at least the things that we're talking about. Like, it's just for us to have an outlet of expression.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, now you, I don't know, I started thinking about TikTok because I'm studying how they put artificial intelligence even there. And like, if you're blonde, there's more chance for you to go viral because artificial intelligence on TikTok, loves blonde girls.
TikTok has
girls.
no taste. Yeah, blonde haired.
I was about to say, could I dye my hair and become famous? But I'm not a girl.
That's so stupid. I mean, okay, it's all about appearance. I mean, no, there's much more about it.
I guess so. I guess we live in like a very shallow society.
Yeah.
And so, I actually wanted to ask you about that, Martina, because I know, are you getting involved a little bit with TikTok as a platform? Like, do you create things on there as well?
Oh gosh, I don't think I really like TikTok. I mean, I get lost in it.
Yeah.
Because it's started, for that.
Yeah.
Or to lose time.
Yeah, you're right. TikTok.
Yeah.
But I did some TikToks, but I don't really understand it. It's so new to me.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing about it, is that like the audience on TikTok is so, and the creators as well are so incredibly young, like younger than us.
Yeah.
And I think we're pretty young, but like
They
people
are
who are
born
still in
with it.
high school,
Yeah.
So do you think that TikTok is like changing the way that young people view creativity and are creating things? Because I know with TikTok, you do a lot of editing with the videos. There's a lot of ways that you can manipulate the footage to make it, I don't know, to elicit some response.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I don't know. Seriously, I've been thinking about this so much. I've been studying about it. I'm actually reading this book, and it says, "Does internet makes us stupid?" This is the title of the book.
Interesting.
And it's talking about these things. And I don't know. I think it's kind of changing, the way we see things, we do things, we interact with things. And at the same time, I don't know if this is good or if this is just normal, that's how things go.
Yeah.
Everything is becoming so fast and evolves so fast.
Yeah. It could just be another adaptation of art.
Yeah. Sorry? When you said you went into like a dip, a little depression, I found that like heavily relatable, because like, I think everybody in like middle school or high school, they find, they get that like little dip. And I know when I was on like social media a lot, and when I got that dip, I was on it all the time, and it really affected my mood, how I treated people, and I had to look at it and say, okay, I have to stop. And it actually happened recently, like right before COVID. I deleted Snapchat and Instagram for like a solid month, and I didn't go on anything. I don't know if y'all noticed, but like I remember when I posted again, I had urns and exorcists. See, I don't even know their name, I just know their tags. But
yeah, I know.
I had urns and exorcists like comment and be like, oh my goodness, he's back from the dead. But I had like
I think I saw that.
Yeah. I had this little dip in depression, and it was because I was on these medias, and I saw like all these other people like doing these great things. Did you find it like, I don't know, when you were younger or now, that that Instagram had an impact on you for that dip, and or like right now, does TikTok have that dip for you? Because like I when I had it, when like I don't have TikTok now, I was just like scrolling forever, you know. I couldn't get off.
This morning, me, I was
You're
like
guilty.
3 hours laying in bed.
Mm-hmm.
I hate myself.
Yeah, and it can really make you
Seriously.
feel that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I had to put a stop on my TikTok. You know, you can set a timer, like.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, of course you have to put it,
Yeah,
or else your day.
It's just gone.
it can be wasted.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's gone.
Yeah, actually. Oh, your question.
And I'm trying to get deep here. We're getting deep.
So with Instagram,
Mhm.
I've always thought that Instagram was not only a social media to me.
Right.
Maybe more before, because Instagram is pretty much my growth, as you noticed.
Yeah.
I used to be a very shy girl. I used to worry about who I was and what I would do because I saw myself as different from the others. I saw myself as ugly, you know. Everybody goes into that phase.
Yep.
But Instagram, along with YouTube, helped me because I got to know people that value and that value me, of course, and valued friends. You know, I've known this girl from the Netherlands since 2013.
Wow.
Wow.
And I know this other guy from the Netherlands from 2013. Or I know so many people that helped me grow and I helped them grow. Also, I learned English because of this, because I wasn't really good at the
wow.
time. And, you know, I'm happy because Instagram helped me grow in a nice way. I stopped caring about what other people thought about what I look like, what I do. You know, I just do what makes me happy. And I understood that, you know, having a personality and having a certain group of friends, even though they're not closer to you than other people, it's fine, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Instagram is a way of expressing also. I don't know. Instagram is a lot to me.
I think that's. Go on.
No, you go.
I think that's like heavily relatable because like when I look at social media, and especially in the context of now, I look at it as a bad thing, but you kind of turn it into like a positive light, that it helped you, you know, become, you know, bringing out your personality more and, you know, making relationships and stuff like that. And that I totally didn't even think of that. That's super dope. Did Rev Gang have an impact on that? Were we a part of that?
Of course.
Oh.
But I'm still mad because nobody did the freaking challenge.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I don't know about this challenge. What is this challenge that nobody did?
Martina, explain the challenge to the listeners.
I don't remember who started it. It was like a year ago, maybe more. I don't know. Yeah, I think, it was a year ago. Somebody sent a picture and they were like, so now everybody takes this picture and you can do anything with it. You can, you know, edit it. And everybody, let's post this picture with this specific hashtag, Revolution Gang. No, Revolution Visuals, I think.
Revolution. Oh, wow. Okay. An OG name.
And actually, I was the only one that did this challenge.
You were.
Oh, wow.
Kudos to you.
Nobody else did it.
Shout out to Martina,
Yeah.
and shout out to everybody who didn't do the the Rev Gang post. That was really funny. I saw all the comments, and I saw like Anxo and then Izzy like be like, "Oh, you're doing that?"
Wow. Well, good on you.
We were supposed to. Like, if I start something, I have to do it. I can't just leave it there.
Yeah.
That's great.
Like
that's
that
a very.
Everything.
That is a very important attribute to have that I feel like a lot of people, wink, wink, don't possess that attribute to actually start and follow through with something. So good on you. I wish I had a little bit more follow
me
through
too.
with the projects that I started.
It's all here.
It is. It's a mental game. No,
Yeah.
you're completely right. You're completely right. It is a
Seriously.
mental game.
It makes you way happier to accomplish things, you know?
Yeah.
There's an amount of like discipline that's super important, and I think that I highly admire that about you, Martina, because I used to start projects and then never finish them. I would never do anything, and then I'd like get upset with myself. It's because I have this idea, and when I put it on paper, or when I go on Photoshop or Premiere or Cinema 4D, it doesn't turn out the way I want to.
Yeah,
It
same.
fills me up with so much anxiety. How do you get through that? What's the secret? Tell us your secrets.
I don't know. Actually, I can tell you something. I have this book where I write ideas about everything, about like videos, photos, travels, or I don't know, anything. And I have so many ideas written here that I hadn't done yet. But yeah, I kind of lied a bit.
Okay.
No, yeah. Well, if I have an idea and I really like it and I think it's really powerful, I do it. Doesn't matter if it takes me like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I still do it. Like I remember this video I made during the first lockdown where I had like 12 personalities. It took me like a month to make, but I thought that was a good idea, so I still did it. And sometimes I have ideas, but I can't do it like in the moment because maybe I'm doing something else, maybe I'm working, or maybe like time passes because I have some issues with, I don't know, with university or family or whatever. And the time that I realized that I should have done that before, it's too late. Because maybe, you know, we want to do something for Halloween. Halloween passes by. You can't do it then, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Wait another year. So, I mean, you can still do it, but it's not in the mood.
Yeah. That's cool. Me and Jimmy, go ahead, Martina.
No, go.
Me and Jimmy were actually just talking about this. We keep, on each of our episodes, we keep bringing up this brick wall. And when you hit this brick wall of you like something comes up to where you can't finish your project, or maybe you don't even have the skill enough, or you don't have the mental capacity to keep going on it. A lot of times it's good to go and start something else or finish something else, because a lot of times finishing that can develop your skill or develop your mental acuity, or even reignite your passion for going back and completing that thing that you were stuck on in that brick wall and getting past it. So I think, do you think that it's really important to get that, I would call it like creator's block, or that fatigue? Do you think that's important?
Yeah, of course, because it makes you grow.
Yeah.
It helps you so much. The important thing is to write down ideas or even sketch them in some way. You know, I have this. I can show you.
Oh, please do.
My last photo.
Yes.
I did this before taking it. And I was like, I want to do this. And I was like, I need the right, like, you know, weather, the right timing to do it. And this sketch helped me because I was like, I keep seeing it. I need to take it. It took me 2 weeks to do, but I did it.
You did. You really did. And, you know, I think that's just a testament of your growth, because when you said, like, you have an idea and then you don't finish it, I don't see that. I see your YouTube, I see your Instagram. You had the Halloween theme. And by the way, I don't know, did you do the makeup? Because props to whatever that design was, because that looked really dope. I saw that. I watched the YouTube video. I couldn't understand a word.
Not a single word.
But because it was in Italian. But
which one, the pumpkin one or the other one?
The pumpkin one. The pumpkin. But you did two. You even did two. You had two ideas that you brought to fruition. And so I think that's just a testament to your growth.
And you know what? I wasn't even happy about it because I was like, I needed to do more. I'm not happy with what I did. I know I like it took so much time to do everything, to have the right ideas, yeah, have the time to do it. But still, I wanted to do more. And that's what pushes me. I want to do more.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What do you how do you how do you deal with perfectionism?
Oh well. Oh well. Like I hate myself. Seriously. Um like it
It's hard.
sucks.
Yeah.
It's so hard. I don't even know how to explain it. Because when I like take a photo or start editing something, I like take so many tries, you
Yeah.
know. I
Yeah.
usually take around 200 photos for just a photo.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Because my my memory, my computer is going crazy.
Yeah, it hates you too.
I feel
Yeah.
that.
Also, I'm so attached to memories and all the tries I made. I can't delete anything. I have so many things in my computer. Like if my computer would crash, I would seriously sue anybody.
Take everybody out with it.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing about being an artist, because I feel like, are you really an artist if you are satisfied
Yeah.
with what you've done? I feel like our goals are always so just a
High.
little bit unattainable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we have this, what you're talking about, perfection. We have this absolute perfect image in our mind, and that sketch that you drew, like that's what you wanted to do, and I thought you did a pretty good job, but you are like, I could have done better. I could have done this, 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 and this, and this, and that's just always how it's going to be. And that's kind of what we talked about last week on Jimmy's interview, of how as an artist you see something and it's just like right here, just like we were talking about, and you're like, this is not good enough. But somebody
Yeah.
that sees it is like, this is amazing. Like when I saw that post this morning, I was like, that's really cool and moody, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really all that kind of matters
That's
to me.
the magic.
Yeah.
That's I mean, I love the fact that other people don't see what's behind it because
Yes.
they say that's magic. But at the same time, it's sad because they don't realize what's behind it.
How much work it took.
They're like so many hours, ideas, or things gone wrong, or screams.
Yes. Blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah, the screams. That really hit me
The
different.
screams. I love that.
Yeah, seriously. And you know, when I'm happy, you can tell that. When I'm sad, you can tell that. And in my family, I'm the one that, you know, spreads happiness or
Oh, yeah.
sadness. And whenever I'm happy, they're like, "Oh, did you take a good photo? Did you finally manage to edit your video?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
I did. I love that.
Love the family for support.
Yeah.
When family support, that's probably like the best thing that could. I think that's great, especially when your family supports you.
Yeah, especially in Italian culture too. I
Yeah.
think. Family is
Yeah.
very, very, very important.
Tight. It's tight, dude.
Yeah.
Super tight. Don't mess with that family.
No.
We've all seen
That's that New York Italian.
Yeah. Don't mess with that. Have you seen the Godfather? You've seen the Godfather, right?
Nope.
You've never seen the Godfather. Oh, okay.
I've
I've never
so
seen The
many
Godfather
things
either.
to see. I have a list. I don't know when I.
You haven't seen it either.
I have not seen The Godfather either. My dad
Really?
is like, that's his favorite set of movies. Is like, he's like, my top 5 are Godfather 1 through 4, and then it's like
There's
something
there's-
else.
It's 1 through 3.
Is
but,
it 3?
Yeah.
I thought there were 4.
So, anyways, I'm
Cringe.
going to find since we're kind of all into the pirating cracked world, I'll find y'all a video of the first Godfather because it's a must see. It's a must see. You're gonna love it. Okay, you're
I
just
do
gonna-
not endorse piracy. Let that be on record. I do not.
Yeah, none of
endorse
us
piracy.
actually. Yeah, none of us endorse piracy. When we talk about cracked or anything torrent, we're just kidding. For the record,
Completely a joke.
you know. Yeah. So There's a little slide. Okay, so number one, have to see The Godfather. I'll probably make an edit about that. But man,
sick.
that makes me so sad.
Oh yeah.
It's such a great film too. You have Al Pacino in there, and they speak Sicilian. Oh, is there? I have an Italian question. This is kind of like off subject, but
Ask it in Italian.
Oh, good luck.
yeah, that's gonna be really rough. All I know is, wait, how do you say prego? Do you roll it?
Prego.
Oh my god!
You can't roll the R.
See, I can't roll the R.
Prego.
Yeah, see,
Why?
I don't know. It's hard. I'll have to like I over accentuate it. I'm like prego. So like I'll like.
You kind of rolled it.
I know, but like I really just
so
like
cute.
force it. I really force it. It's so
Prego.
see. I can't do it. I'm so jealous.
Also,
that y'all
prego
can.
means pray
Yeah.
Oh.
or welcome.
Welcome.
It's two things.
Ooh.
I like words that are two things.
Yeah. It makes it fun
Yeah.
and interesting.
There's another word like piano, like a piano, like the one you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
piano.
The piano is in
Yeah.
Italian is the piano, but
Mhm.
also the ground is piano, but
Oh.
also piano is slow. Italian is a
Wow.
magical word.
It sounds like it.
It's great. My parents are actually learning the Italian language. But what I want to ask is there a difference between Sicilian people on the island and the mainland of Italy? Is there? Could you
Oh,
divulge
well.
some culture?
There are so many different things about Italian people. Like, usually the north hates the south part
Nice.
of Italy, and
So same.
the same.
So same.
same.
In America, yeah.
Yeah, culturally we have so many different things. Like food in Italy is very important. I think you
Yes.
know that.
Oh yes.
We have the best things here.
We have the
I'd
best food in the
say,
world.
yeah.
I completely agree with you. Best food in the world.
pizza,
Oh,
best
pizza.
pasta.
Yes.
Oh, speaking about pizza, this is another thing. So I also cyberstalked you on Facebook a little bit, and I remember
Oh.
you commenting on one of my posts. I asked anybody have any good pizza dough recipes, and you said I would ask my brother, and then I never got a response to that.
Ooh.
Just
Oh
kind of throwing
gosh.
shade at you a little bit.
I'm horrible.
But I found the pizza recipe. I'm making pizza, but I'm trying to get in my Italian roots and making some.
If
food.
you want to cook a good pizza, it's not about the recipe.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? Yeah.
Recipe, yeah.
Because you need to have an wooden oven. Do you say that?
A brick
Oh my
oven?
goodness!
Or a
No.
What kind of oven?
What?
Like,
A brick oven?
Not the electric one, but the one with the. No way. I don't know
A
the
gas?
word.
Is it gas? It's gas,
No.
isn't
A
it?
real fire. You light wood
wait.
on fire and you stick it in the back of a big brick urn, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
A brick oven.
Oh no.
Brick oven. Okay.
So
Because the real pizza is cooked inside of that.
Yes. Yeah, we have like a few pizzerias here that use
That do
use
that.
brick ovens, and they are, you can tell, it's just chef's kiss. Mwah. Much better.
That's
Much better.
That's so crazy. I was talking. So I learned how to cook from my. So I work at this yogurt shop, right? And right next to it is this pizza place, and there's a cook there called Beck. And after my shifts,
Shout out to Beck.
Shout out to Beck. After these shifts at Yomalicious, or oops,
Oh,
I said it again.
damn.
After my yogurt shop, I go to him and we talk about how to make pizza. And I said, Beck, my pizza, its crust is hard, and it doesn't. It tastes good, but like it doesn't feel right. And he's like, it's because you're cooking it in an electric stove.
Ooh.
And
Yeah.
that's just a testament of you just said it. It's
Yeah.
the electric stove. So there you go. I just
It's
need to invest in
even
something
about
else.
the recipe, but it's complicated. Oh gosh, I don't know the words. I don't cook, so don't ask me these things. Not the bread. How do you call it?
The
Like
dough?
the thing, the dough.
Dough.
The dough has to stay there for like 24 hours before you make the pizza, actually.
Yes.
Because that makes it better.
Yeah, he does that.
Yeah, I do. I make it from
Yeah.
scratch. It's the full rise. It's the good stuff. I do have I think yesterday I did 14 hours and then I put it in the fridge, but it was big, it expands.
Yeah.
I think I'm a little bit surprised when you said you don't cook because when you go into creative fields, like isn't a lot of it about experimentation?
Yeah. Well, I cook, but
Okay, I'm
nobody
sorry.
trusts
So you-
me.
Gotcha.
It's that kind of
Because
thing.
in my family, everybody cooks like very good. Like my brother is into cooking, is making beer now. It's like the third time he makes it. Every single day he has a very cool recipe.
That's really dope.
Yeah.
But
that's
he's
nice.
very he's a perfectionist.
Mm.
So when I come around and I'm like, I'm gonna do something, it's like, no,
No, you're
kitchen
not.
is mine.
Uh,
Go out. So usually I used to cook when I lived in Bergamo because, oh gosh, I have to explain. I live 30 minutes away from Milan in the north. Since my university is in Bergamo, which is a city an hour away from Milan, but in another direction,
Yes.
I used to have a house there before COVID. I used to live there with a classmate, and I used to cook so many things when I was there. But now I don't have the rights to do it.
The rights.
The rights.
The
The
rights.
kitchen rights.
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
It's real.
Yeah.
My grandmother talks about her suga. Am I saying that right? Suga?
Sugo,
Is that
I think.
what is it? Sugo?
Sugo.
Is that
Like
but
the one you
that's
put in pasta.
pasta sauce, right?
Yeah, sugo.
Yes, sugo. I thought it was suga, but it's sugo.
Okay. Here we go.
Yeah, but she'll make a big vat of it, and I guess it was a recipe that's been passed down or something like that ever since they got off the boat or whatever. But that's some good stuff. She is a fantastic cook. But I have another Italian question for you.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is a real word. Pittati. Have you ever heard
Right.
that word?
Try again.
Pittati.
Sure.
I don't know what you're saying.
Pittitati. Pittitati. No, that's not real.
Maybe, I don't know. Can you write it?
I'll try to. I don't know if I can write it because I've only ever heard it.
Okay.
So
in which context?
like my dad would call me like a little pittitati, like a little asshole.
Oh, wait, hold on. I think
Oh,
So you're from the mainland, right?
yeah.
So I don't know if where your family grew up, but maybe that's. Do you know Sicilian? Because I
Oh.
know Italian and Sicilian are two different dialects.
okay.
Maybe, yeah, it's a dialect maybe, but I don't know.
You never heard that?
At the moment, I think no.
Okay.
I want to ask another question. Have you ever heard of guguts?
No, I think.
Okay, it must be a Sicilian thing because my grandfather's Sicilian. He calls me guguts and it means like squash or something, but it sounds like a curse word. So he'll be like, "Hey, what are you doing, guguts?" And he'll
Oh,
also.
wait. You said it in a way that I know, but I don't remember what's the actual word. I think I see something similar but different.
Okay.
Okay, that's crazy. That's so that to me is like insane. But like I'm glad that you like kind of understand or kind of I don't know. You kind of get the context of it, and I know it's like two different dialects, but it's
Yeah.
still kind of
Yeah.
the Italian
Yeah.
sphere.
Okay. So
Yeah.
one final question about Italy and Italian things for our listeners. Please tell us, Martina, your favorite curse word in Italian, but don't tell us what it means in
I
English.
can't.
You can't? Okay.
It's so
the
bad.
case, is it? Okay, understood.
Oh my god.
I have a book of swear words in different language, and I
Ooh.
have it bookmarked in the Italian language.
Yeah.
So when I talk with my grandfather, like I'll swear with him, not at him. Never swear at him, but I'll swear with him, so I can kind of
It's a
create
bonding,
that bond.
yeah, it's a bonding
that little bond thing.
How many pages of swear words or bad words are there for Italian?
So
we have
there's
so many.
I know, right? So there's 4. It goes over the basic, 4-letter curse words, and then it just stops there. But like I have Finnish, I have Swedish, I have French,
Wow.
I have a little bit of everything. But the Italian has to be bookmarked
That's
because
the
I
one
have
that's
to bond
important.
with my grandfather.
Yeah.
What's your favorite word?
I think it's
Swear word or whatever.
So I use it in the
Bad
context
word.
of swear words. It's guguts and skulavasa, and one means a pasta strainer. What's a pasta strainer in Italian?
Oh gosh, wait. I don't know.
Look it up.
Oh, okay, the one with the O's.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, un colino.
Like a
Colino.
colander. Like a
Yeah,
colander.
yeah.
Not
Colino.
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 Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So that's one of my favorites, and then guguts. But I could
That's
also.
not something bad.
I know it's not bad, but like I use it in like a bad context because with people who don't know, like if I'm like mad or like they see like my hand motions and they see like my face and they know Jimmy's upset and I call them like you gugoots or something like I like insult them. They're like, oh,
No.
I don't know what that means, but
No.
and they shiver in
They
fear.
quake.
They quake. They quiver.
Quiver.
All
All sorts of good stuff.
Fungul is probably my favorite. Is that how you say it?
Oh wait, you meant
Vafangul.
fanculo? Wait, it's so weird for me to say this. It's not that good.
Is it?
You don't have to say it if you don't want to.
You can
but-
say vaffanculo or fanculo, shorter.
So it's with a C. It's not with a G. It's fanculo.
Yeah,
Fanculo.
This is fun. We're
It's so funny.
we're learning different things. We're trying to pronounce curse words. This is great.
Like,
Love it.
I know what my favorite word is. Like it's the most common, I think. Which
You know
is
what?
Cazzo.
What is it?
Cazzo.
Gatso?
God,
With a C?
Yeah.
Gatso. What is? Oh no, you're not supposed to. No, don't look it up, Jimmy.
You're not.
oh,
Can't
we
look
can't
it
look
up.
it up.
No, we
Okay.
just that's it.
But-
We just have that knowledge now.
It's
Gotcha.
easy. It's very easy. But you like
Cazzo.
there's this phrase in Italian. It sounds like how do you say it? A tongue twister? But
Oh, yeah.
It's not a tongue twister. It's just because cazzo sounds better in every. No wait, it sounds good in every cazzo. How can I say it in English? I'll say it in Italian.
Okay.
So, cazzo sta bene in qualsiasi cazzo di frase, come in qualsiasi cazzo di posto. Cazzo. Which I said, cazzo can stay in every fucking phrase. And it's fucking good.
Gatso.
Cazzo. I'm gonna say that from now on.
Me too.
I'm
That's
gonna-
my new favorite word. Everybody
favorite
has
word.
learned something new today. Gatso.
Yeah. I really appreciate you taking the time
Yes.
out of your busy day, and I can see the lights dwindling, and it's getting a little dark outside.
Wait.
Oh! She's opening the blinds. Oh!
Oh.
It's a light.
Dark.
Let there
And
be
God
light.
said, "Let
Better.
there be light." It
Amen.
is
How do you say?
better.
How do you say amen in Italian? Is it just amen or something like that?
Oh, I don't think we say that, but.
Oh, really?
They don't pray in it.
They don't pray. No, they're very non-religious in Italy.
No, we are.
Oh no, yeah, that was a
Of
joke.
course.
Yeah.
We have the Pope. How can we not?
Yeah.
do it?
Oh, shout out to the Pope.
Yeah,
man.
shout out to the Pope. So yeah, I just want to thank you for coming on, taking the time, and I want to give you some time for the listeners, if to give a little shout out or to give a plug of where they can find you.
Yes,
or
please.
if they want to learn more about kind of the arts in Italy, and also, or if they want to get some Italian zest in their life.
Yeah. Everybody needs an Italian in their life.
This is true. Where can they find you?
On Instagram, just me teenager.
Just me,
Or even
teenager.
or even on YouTube, is always just me teenager, or my name, Martina Premazzi, but I think it's difficult to write, maybe. I don't know. I have
There's a
so
solid
many
amount of
social
Italian
medias,
names
I
here.
don't know.
Yeah. There's a solid amount of Italian last names in here in the States. So I think people are kind of used to that
Okay.
sound. Yeah.
Have you ever heard of my surname?
No, I don't think so. I've never heard
You're
Premazzi.
the first Premazzi that I've heard of.
Yeah. My last name. Oh,
say it.
I have a question for you. My last
Yo.
name is Milia. Have you ever heard that surname?
Repeat it?
Milia.
Maybe?
Melia.
In Italian, it's common to have surnames that are colors, actually. It's
Oh,
weird.
really?
Like in Italian, we have bianchi, which is white.
White.
Ooh,
Yeah. We have a lot
Or
of
verdi, which is
green.
green.
Oh, I got
Yeah.
it.
Nice.
I'm going off.
Good job.
Or we have rossi, which is red.
Yeah.
And these are very popular surnames.
Okay.
Find them everywhere.
Okay.
So
Like-
they're color coded. People are color coded
Yeah.
there. By
Maybe it's
name.
because of the flag.
Ooh.
I think so.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, take your word for it. That's now fact.
Just
Yeah,
say it.
What about Salamone or DeFazio?
Salamoni or Salomoni?
The first way you said it. Salamone.
I think I have a cousin, and his surname is that.
Hey.
Wait. I need
Dude.
to search it.
They live in Sicily. I know that. But those are my two names.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you can see. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, so there's an A where the O should be.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah. That's when they came on Ellis Island.
Yeah.
They probably like changed it a little. But that's dope. Sweet. So Instagram, Just Me Teenager. Twitter, Just Me Teenager. TikTok, Just Me Teenager.
Yeah. Facebook, but Facebook is for old people. I
It
think.
is for old people. I'm glad that's true everywhere.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
something. Oh, we have to do this one thing before we go. It's called Explain This Tweet. Okay.
Oh my God. Okay.
And so I went on your
Oh
Twitter.
my God.
And so this was December 19th, 2015 at 12:27 p.m. You said, "Oh, whale." Could you
Oh,
elaborate?
wait. I have no idea what was happening in my life at that point. I've never really fully understood Twitter. But I think at that time I was 16, and maybe that tweet was about a guy.
Ooh,
Nice.
some romantic drama.
Oh gosh, I could talk about these things all day. This was so funny, seriously. That year I got to a Halloween party, and there was this 2 meters high guy, and I'm actually 1.6 meters high, so I'm kind of short. I don't know if you use
No
meters
clue. Nope.
Okay. So I don't know I'm like 5'4".
Okay.
Does that sound
Yes.
good to you?
Yeah, it does
Gotcha.
sound good.
I'm not that high,
Mhm.
And this guy was very
Right.
high. I had this full face of makeup, and I thought it was kind of cute,
Sure.
So he asked me to go out that same night, and
Nice.
we hugged. He had this white t-shirt.
Oh, I see where this is going.
My full face stayed on his
No.
Nice. That was your impression.
Yeah, that was very
He'll
funny.
never forget you.
Yeah, and yeah,
Oh,
we
well.
went out for like a month, and then I think that it stopped, responding me. It kind of ghosted me.
That was
Ghosting.
okay. That was one of the things that you hate.
You
is
hate ghosting.
Yeah.
Oh,
hate ghosting.
Here we
Yeah.
go. We've brought it all the way back.
Okay, so I have 7 things Martina hates, and I know we said that we were going to conclude the podcast earlier, but we have to go over this.
Yes,
okay,
it's mandatory.
7 things that you can never do with Martina. Okay, that is ghosting. Okay,
How do you
Let me-
know that? I mean,
because I'm psychic. Okay, I just know things. I know things.
Well, you were right.
Ghosting, interrupting snack time. That is a no-go.
Yeah.
Dirty glasses, falling down.
Is that because of spiders?
Spiders.
Did you see my store? No, like during quarantine, the first one, I got a spider on my glasses.
Ooh.
And I'm scared of glasses. And I thought my glasses were dirty.
But it was a
they
spider.
weren't. Yeah.
Ooh.
That's spooky.
So yeah, I hate dirty glasses.
Hate dirty
Okay.
glasses. You hate smacking, which I can also attest to.
Me too.
Actually, I don't know what you mean by smacking.
Like chewing with your mouth open.
Oh, yeah.
Rude
Yeah.
Your
eating.
face totally changed. You're like, I
did.
know what that is.
She was full of rage.
Of course.
And then the last two are jumping on the bed, or your siblings jumping on the bed, and then judging Martina.
How do you know that?
Psychic. What do you think?
I cyberstalked you, and I watched one of your videos that was in English. That was one of your only videos that was in English, and it's the 7 things that I hate the most.
Oh, you are pretty intelligent.
Oh.
Yeah,
I forgot about that video.
I'm big brain over
Jimmy
here.
does not forget.
Yeah, I don't, and I do my research.
He does.
I like to be prepared. Boy Scout motto: be prepared.
On my honor.
On my honor. Yes, ma'am.
You passed this exam. Congratulations.
Awesome.
I love passing.
Martina Premazzi, everyone. Just me, teenager. You did a fantastic job. Thank you so much for being on.
Thank you.
Of course.
It's been amazing.
It has.
I love you too, by the way. You're so funny. You made my day better. You made my first day of
Oh.
lockdown better.
Wow. That's
Awesome.
probably the greatest compliment we could ever receive.
Yeah, that compliment made my week.
Yeah, I mean, that's all we're
Maybe
doing
my
here.
month. Could be my year.
Possibly my decade.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Maybe a life, I think, would be a stretch.
Yeah,
But
I'd
we
say
can
so.
work on it.
We've got a lot of life left, and thank God for it, guys.
Yes,
We
young.
are not here to network. We're just making friends. So, Martina, thank you for being our very first guest friend today. And
Thank you.
we love you. Shout out to Italy.
Shout out to Italy. All right.
Shout out to your podcast.
Woo! Thank you. Not Network Podcast.
And then end. 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 End.